Hello, I'm sending you peace and love. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you're happy and in good spirits. But in case you're not, today we're going to be talking about some of the things that we should and should not be doing when we are not okay. We all experience times in life where we're not feeling our best, when we're not doing well, we're mentally, physically drained, and we may be hanging on by a thread. So hopefully this helps you if you are in the midst of that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is practicing gratitude. And it can be hard to find things to be thankful for when you feel like you're on the edge, when you're grasping for straws. You know, you really have to dig deep to get into that place of finding things to be grateful and gracious about. But the more you do it, the more you will see just how much God is holding your hand throughout this process. You are not forgotten about. So please dig deep and practice that gratitude and use this difficult time as a way to reinvent your relationship with the God you serve, to reestablish, reconnect with God. The second thing, find release. Make sure that you are not suppressing your emotions and giving yourself a positive outlet to express yourself, your frustration, your anger, whatever it is. Find release. There's multiple ways of releasing. You can release maybe through exercise, getting out in nature, going for a walk, going to a park. You can seek counseling, therapy, coaching. You can journal. You can write it down. Find a trusted friend or someone to talk to and get it off your chest. Find positive ways of releasing. And this goes into the third thing that you should not be doing when you are not okay. And that is self-sabotaging behavior. Going back to those negative coping mechanisms like drinking, like smoking, like drowning it away with sex or activity that you know is not going to lead you on the right path. Overeating for some of us. I tend to overeat. I tend to stress eat. And that is something that I am really trying so hard to get a grip on. So when you are going through something, all of those addictions that you are maybe trying to get a handle of, they're going to be calling you when you're stressed, when you need some release. That easy form of instant gratification is always going to be there. But I urge you to fight through it to keep yourself from repeating any negative cycles, any negative coping behaviors, because what that's going to do is prolong it's going to prolong the depression. It's going to make you feel worse about yourself. And you're just going to be starting this ride on a hamster wheel all over again. And if you are a person who have healed from any type of habit or any type of addiction, keep fighting for yourself. Keep fighting for your sobriety. Don't depend on those negative coping mechanisms because you'll make the pain worse. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about is not to over-isolate yourself. Now, I am a firm believer in isolation. Sometimes you have to isolate yourself to protect yourself, to get away from all the demands and everyone's energy and being pulled and tugged in different directions. Sometimes you have to find that space in solitude within yourself to get your mind together, to clear your energy, to get your emotions in your head right before you can go back to dealing with society or dealing with people. However, do not over-isolate. Know when it's time to get back out. Know when it's time to maybe treat yourself to a good movie or go out to eat with some friends or try a new activity. Do not over-isolate yourself. By over-isolating, it's very easy to sink into that depression. And it puts you in a place of you not even being aware of the outlets or the tools or the people that God may have placed in your life to help you through this. When we are depressed, when we are going through hard, challenging times, sometimes we think we are the only one, and I promise you, you are not. So make sure that you know when to get out, when to stop isolating yourself, when to deal with the anxiety that you feel from being in social gatherings or social events. Get out there. Maybe it's time to get out the house, okay? And the last thing I'm going to talk about is self-care. Having a self-care routine. It can be as simple or as in-depth as you want it to be. It can be a simple skincare or hair routine that you do. You know, just making sure that you wash or condition your hair, give it a good mask or treatment, just to spend that time with yourself, beautifying yourself, the small things that make you feel that self-esteem. You know, if you're in a place where you're doing really bad, sometimes just getting up to wash your behind can be a struggle. The simple things. And you don't have to spend money for self-care. Self-care can be cooking a meal for yourself. It could be watching a funny movie. It could be calling up that friend or family member who makes you laugh. It could be reading a couple of the scriptures from Psalms. Whatever it is that you need to care for yourself, whatever that routine is, whatever that looks like for you, just make sure that you get in touch with yourself, that you're caring for yourself, that you don't neglect your needs, that you don't neglect your beauty, that you don't neglect your body. Find ways to care for yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And if you are in the midst of that dark time, that dark hour, just know that you are not alone. Know that it is temporary. I love you. My name is Latasha. This is Clara's Revival. I am your certified self-revival and master spirit coach. Please take care of yourself. You're worth it. I love you.